white, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Brothel accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction: Chemical X. As the Physiopuff Girls were born using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil.
I need to come up with a plan to rob the bank without Batman interfering. He's always on my way. He stopped me from robbing the bank 6 times.
Meanwhile, at Joker's house, while watching TV, he comes up with a perfect plan.
What am I gonna do?
Let me look in my purse and see if I can find you some tobacco.
Sick Physiopuff Girl! Assistance is needed. Come to H3 at Westminster High School if interested.
That's it. That's what I gotta do. I need the Physiopuff Girl. Genius. With this potion I'm making, I will become one of them.
In order for you to become one of us, you have to take a class of physiology.
So, now I'm going to start with the first part, which is the art of breathing. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how an oxygen molecule goes through the body. It starts off with the external nares, and then it goes in through the nasal cavity, which has 3 sets of nasal conchae, and then the mucus. And then it goes down the pharynx, which is the nasal pharynx, the oral pharynx, which is around here, and the laryngeal pharynx, which is the Adam's apple, and we all have an Adam's apple, even though it's more visible in guys. Then after that, it goes the larynx, which is right here, the larynx. And the larynx, it has a lot of cartilage. It's the laryngeal cartilage, the thyroid cartilage, and the thyroid cartilage. After that, it goes through the gloidus, which is an opening, which is back here, and the gloidus can be closed through the epiglottis, which is when you swallow, and then it closes. After that, it's the trachea, which is right here, the trachea. So let's draw the trachea over here. It's some horse shape, kind of horse shape, and it has a lot of ridges, and then also it's made out of pseudociliated columnar epithelium, which is like, it looks like little columns all around. And then after that, it goes down to the carina, which is where lots of nervous tissue is around. Then it splits down to the lungs, and after the lungs, it starts going to a tree called the bronchial tree. So it splits into little pieces, and the first one is called the primary bronchiole, and then it breaks down to another set, so it's the secondary, and then bronchi, and then the tertiary bronchi, and then it moves over to the bronchioles. And then after that, it goes to the terminal bronchioles, and then that turns into the respiratory bronchioles, which then branches off to the smaller part, which is the alveolar duct, which is the alveolar duct, and then goes down to the
the most important, which is the alveoli, or the smallest. And this first part, all the way down to the respiratory bronchioles, that's the conducting zone, and from the respiratory bronchioles down, that's the respiratory zone. And there you go, in a nutshell.
So when the oxygen enters your body, it binds to the hemoglobin, and this is the oxygen hemoglobin saturation curve. In your body, your pH normal level is 7.4. But when you start to get too acidic, you go down, your pH goes down to 7.2. And that's when the hemoglobin molecules release less oxygen. But as your pH goes higher, it's 7.6 and it's more basic. And that's when the hemoglobin molecules release more oxygen. So when your pH goes down, you're more acidic and you are hypoventilating. And when your pH goes up, it's basic and you're hyperventilating. And the effect on the pH is called the Bohr effect. And carbon dioxide is a primary compound responsible for the Bohr effect.
Okay.
So when it comes to breathing, there is a gas law known as the Boyle's law. And with the Boyle's law, you have P and V. P for pressure and V for volume. And you also have the equation of P1 V1 equals P2 V2. And when you have an inverse relationship here. When you have volume going up, you have pressure going down. And so when you have pressure going up, you have volume going down. And so the Boyle law is like the ventilation. And so you have volume up for your thorax. Meaning the pressure goes
Down.
yeah. And this is when the air flows. Okay, and now you have the volume going down in the thorax. Meaning you have pressure going
Up.
You're getting it, Perplet.
Yay!
And air flows. Air flows.
I don't know. Out.
Okay. Yeah. So the Boyle's law is basically how you breathe.
Okay.
So an example, a graph for inspiratory will be, this is considered normal breathing, inspiratory reserve volume. An example of expiratory reserve volume would be the opposite. Consider normal breathing and to look down. That's expiratory. Volume.
Reserve volume, right?
Reserve volume, yes, good plan. Reserve. An example of expiratory will be using a wind-up balloon. In this case, it will be a glove. An example of an inspiratory volume would be as drinking from a straw. That would be considered inspiratory volume. There's also some other things I would like to point out, like the tidal volume, which is normal breathing. And there's one more factor. It will be when you have both combined.